Welcome back to History and Mystery. I'm your host, Taylor Hayes, and we're going to dive right into the Sphinx, its history, and its unknowns, because the Sphinx is riddled with unknowns. Modern scholars say that it was built in 2500 BC by Pharaoh Khafre. The mystery is already kicking off strong because there was a slab of engravings called an inventory stela discovered in 1800 by the Sphinx that says that Khufu found the Sphinx already existing and restored the Sphinx. Khufu came before Pharaoh Khafre, so Khafre could not have built the Sphinx. Why isn't this accepted by modern Egyptologists? Some believe the inventory stela was propaganda, so why is Khafre still attributed to the Sphinx? Their reasons are it is around his pyramids and the face resembles his. There's already a debate there because people don't think that it looks like him. I don't think it looks like him. What everything is pointing to is that the Sphinx is much older than they want you to believe. And here are some of the facts. There are no inscriptions on the Sphinx, no dedication text. And the main kicker for me is the undeniable water damage on the body of the Sphinx. Many professionals have come and examined the Sphinx and all agree that the deep grooves on its body are from water erosion. If it was built around the same time as the pyramids would also have water damage, but they do not. They only have wind and sand damage. All the evidence is pointing to the Sphinx being from a much more ancient civilization from pre-Sahara times. Let me tell you about one other thing before we start connecting the dots. I ended my last episode with mentioning Zahi Hawass. He is a world-famous Egyptologist, archaeologist, and he was named Chief of Antiquities. Several decades ago, he seemed very ecstatic and optimistic about the unknowns about the Sphinx and what might be under the Sphinx. Modern radar scans have shown a chamber underneath the front of the Sphinx. Hawass then started denying that the radar was accurate, denying that it was there, maybe to avert the public eye. But then he led a quiet excavation underneath. We know he made some kind of discovery. We at least know that he discovered the chamber is there. Whether he was able to get in the chamber or not remains unknown, because as soon as he made that discovery confirming that the chamber was there, the government shut it down. They sealed documents, they sealed the entrances, and they had a hush order on everything. Hawass then claimed that there was nothing to be found down there. If nothing is down there, then why the extreme measures? That's the question. There is no question about the chamber's existence. Connecting the shafts under the ground, we can see it. The question is, what are they covering up? Why are there pieces of history being kept from the public? It's time to connect the dots. The Sphinx is unfathomably ancient, that it predates the desert. Built by some mysterious, advanced ancient civilization, keyword advanced. There's no question of water damage. Advanced civilization, washed away by water. I can't be the first person who thought Atlantis. Also, a devastating flood, perhaps. When my brain put those together, that was so exciting for me because I had heard that, Atlantis' secrets are under the Sphinx, but I was like, that's so silly. But now that I understand that there could be actual real possibilities, that's just crazy. So the question now is, so what? So what does that mean for humanity? If there were truly Atlantis secrets under the Sphinx, the history books, first of all, would have to be completely rewritten. We would have to rebuild our history from the ground up. There would be huge scientific breakthroughs. We would know the tools they used, the technology questions would be answered. And I thought maybe the Egyptian culture might feel some shame for having built so much of their history around something that comes from another culture. There would be many positive and negative outcomes, I think. But what do you think would be something that happens if we did discover that? Whether it's positive or negative, I want to hear what your thoughts are. Now, this is kind of off topic, but also kind of on topic. I recently made a discovery of my own. I have an ancient Egyptian pottery piece that was sold to me under false labels. And I recently discovered that it is much older and also much more valuable than they led me to believe when I was buying it. If anybody is interested in that story and wants to see it, please let me know, comment below. I would love to do a little video telling you that story and showing you. Thanks for going on this little adventure with me, and I'll see you next time.